Warriors rise. Man, coming off a rock star video yesterday. Wow, that video was kind of wild. We got so much feedback from it that we're going to continue on yesterday's video. And we're going to talk about one of the most powerful companies in the world, BlackRock. My name is Coach JB. I am the top health, mindset, and crypto coach in the world. Remember, what you believe in your heart, you think in your mind, will eventually become your words and become your reality. If you can see it in your mind, eventually you can hold it right here in your hands. What you repeatedly do gets ingrained in your subconscious mind. What gets ingrained in your subconscious mind becomes an unconscious activity. Now, remember, everything you're experiencing within your physical reality is just a manifestation of your heart's desires, your thoughts for a repetitive period of time, and your words that you've spoken into existence, which are a vibrational frequency, and now you're seeing the world that you're experiencing. That's why two different human beings can be in the exact same situation, have a completely different response, because every situation is neutral. Your feelings are not. So if you are broke right now, it's a feeling and vibration and frequency that you've been holding for a long period of time. If you are rich right now, it's a vibrational frequency that you've been holding for a long period of time. Billion is available to you and poverty is available to you. There's somebody who is impoverished right now and there's somebody who's a billionaire right now. The only difference is a frequency. One is not right, one is not wrong. They're just frequencies that have been accepted within the current reality in this physical world. Now that I've blown your mind, I'm going to show you how I already know that I will be one of the richest people in the world, because I've accepted the frequency with my reticular activating system, and I already know that the abundance is available. But if you want to know how we do this type of stuff, join the 3twarrior.com or go to 3twarrior.com to get all the information you need to join one of the most powerful communities in the world, rising together. Over 4,000 warriors worldwide the last 2 years have gone through the academy, and we are strong, rising together to help ourselves, our families, into this new quantum financial system and the biggest shift in generational wealth. Let's jump right into it, warriors. Okay, so today we're going to talk about one of the most powerful companies in the world besides the 3T Warrior Academy. Of course, you got to speak it into existence, warriors. So this gentleman right here, Larry Fink, is probably one of the most powerful human beings right now in the world in regards to, let me rephrase that. Because of the monetary system that we created and we accepted, this is our responsibility. We are stewards of what's happening within this world, in my opinion, through God, right? We are trustees of the land, and you and I have accepted this as our reality. We said this is okay. We live in the monetary system because, remember, the US dollar has zero value other than intrinsic value, which is our belief system in it. So if we didn't believe in the dollar anymore, it would not exist, but we believe in the dollar. We think that we have to work for the dollar. We think that we have to go pay for gas with the dollar, which you do, but remember, that system was created by man, and that system can be changed by a man or a woman who thinks that they have the ability to create a new reality. I'll go deeper into this as I continue to awaken. Okay, so let's jump right into it. So we're going to watch a video from Larry Fink. Then I'm going to show you the facts, figures, numbers, logic, and then I'm going to show you how powerful this company is. So you should be following BlackRock, every move they make, because people are getting flooded out of cryptocurrency. But if you're getting flooded out of cryptocurrency, you have to ask yourself, what are the billionaires doing? This is one of the largest funds in the world. So I'm going to break this down for you. So let's listen to Larry Fink first, what he talks about cryptocurrency. And this is, let's see real quick. This video was in
debt and how much,
2021. Okay, so let's check this out.
What it means to inflation and everything else, and which of course leads invariably to a conversation we've been having with you now for many years about cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. You have been, I think, skeptical, a bit reluctant to dive completely into the pool, in part over questions about what regulators will ultimately do, et cetera. I'm curious whether this Coinbase IPO or the moment we're now in has shifted or changed your views at all about where all of this is headed.
Well, I'm still fascinated about it. I'm encouraged by how many people are focusing on it. I'm encouraged about the narrative. It may become a great asset class, and I do believe this could become a great asset class. Cryptocurrency. I don't believe it's a substitute for currencies. I think we're going to have cryptocurrencies of dollars, cryptocurrencies of other currencies. But I don't believe we should be focused. We should think about crypto as a substitute of currency. But it could. But I am fascinated by it as an asset class. I am still watching. I will tell you of our Our investors worldwide, we don't have that much inquiry on it. We are investing in it. Rick Reeder's been on your show talking about things that we are doing in it, and we are studying it. We've made money on it. But I'm not here to tell you that we are seeing broad-based interest by institutions worldwide. And I like to say that most of what we do is a reflection of what we are hearing from our clients. So I would clearly tell you worldwide.
Let's reverse that. What you do is a reflection of what you do is what allows you to make more money from your clients. Let's reverse that statement. Remember, reverse everything. What we do is so we can make more money from our clients. And I'm going to show you why. BlackRock is literally connected to the Federal Reserve Warriors.
Go on, Andrew.
What you're saying, what you're saying, though, I think is very, very important. And I just want to put a fine point on it because
please,
you're speaking to companies all over the world. And you're saying now that you don't believe that companies have a unique interest in this. They're not saying, hey, Larry, we're thinking about how we can get exposure for our balance sheet. Do you have a product? Can you do something? Are you thinking about creating a product for them? And you speak directly to that, because, by the way, that is the narrative. It's the narrative around, frankly, even the valuations of the Coinbases of the world, in part because there's a view that institutional money is desperate to be part of this. And you're saying the opposite.
See, they always say the opposite. He's calling them out right here on national television. Now watch his response.
Well, we are not having those conversations, and maybe they're talking to somebody else. So I don't want to suggest that we have perfect information, but our broad-based client relationships we've had very little interconnectivity on the conversation on crypto, other than a fascination. I can tell you it is, the amount of conversations we're having on climate risk and how they should navigate portfolios is a major component of the conversation. The conversations about our deficits and the conversations we're now having on inflation risk is far more dominant with our clients worldwide than the whole conversation about crypto. Let's be clear about why you are seeing more interest in crypto. CNBC is you are commentating about the markets and about today. We didn't have any conversations around Reddit and GameStop and what does that mean with our clients either. And yet it represented a major component of the markets. And it's fascinating to watch. So I do believe there's components in the financial markets about crypto that is real, that is growing. But if you're asking me specifically about long-term investing from sovereign wealth funds, from pension funds, from retirement services, from big family offices, the conversation about crypto is a very minor conversation.
Okay, but let's think about it this way, okay? Think about what he's saying, okay? So I can agree with him on that. Maybe they're not having conversations right away with hedge funds or not hedge funds, I'm sorry, pension funds, because I think there is one fire department that moved theirs into there in some city. But guess who dictates the market? The people. The people dictate the market. If the people move on to cryptocurrency, guess what? They're going to move. Mr. Fink here is going to move quickly and efficiently, which they are, But hold on a second. Let's take a look. So BlackRock is one of the most powerful investment firms in the world. And I'm going to show you by numbers how powerful they are. So remember BlackRock, okay? Now you guys know who MicroStrategies is, right? Michael Saylor. MicroStrategies is dumping billions of dollars into Bitcoin. Well, guess who owns a big portion of MicroStrategies? Okay, so he's sitting here saying, "Hey, we're our institutional clients. They're fun. We're dabbling in it. We're just playing in it, but don't do what they say. Do what they do." Okay, Mr. Fink, who owns BlackRock, owns. I think it's more than this though. I think I did this incorrectly, but it says on this website here that they own 7.30% of MicroStrategies. That's a large portion of a company. And do you know how big MicroStrategies is? And do you know how much money they're dumping into Bitcoin? So they're getting massive exposure through MicroStrategies, right? So remember, don't do what they say, do what they do. Okay, so now here's BlackRock. So he threw that out there. You heard him say, "Oh, maybe Rick came on there." I think he said Rick, but this guy's from BlackRock as well. And look what he is saying around cryptocurrencies. So remember, don't listen to what they say, do what they do.
We've had just trying to do the math. People think I can't do math. I'm pretty good at math, scientific notation, everything. So where's Larry comes in? He loves to brag. What's your how much you got under management now at BlackRock? What is it? 7, 8, something like that. It just keeps going up.
Yeah.
What is it? Because you manage it so well. What is it?
Yeah, no, it's I watch what I have to do all day.
It's up
so
there.
I'm managing that too.
It doesn't matter.
It's up there.
So,
Yeah.
so Bitcoin bulls say 1%. Even just as a hedge against money printing, put 1% into Bitcoin. I'm trying to figure out what 1% of 7 trillion would mean for Bitcoin. That would be. What are you doing? Are you doing anything? Are you recommending anything? What's BlackRock got in the works for Bitcoin? Or
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I think crypto is generally has gotten the imagination of a lot of people. I mean, having, today the volatility of it is extraordinary. But listen, people are looking for storehouses of value. People are looking for places that could appreciate, under the assumption that inflation moves higher and the debts are building. So yeah, so we've started to dabble a bit into it, and I wouldn't put a number on the percentage allocation one should have. It depends on what the rest of your portfolio looks like. But listen, I think talking about one of your shows, my sense is the technology has evolved and the regulations have evolved to the point where a number of people find that it should be part of the portfolio, and so that's what's driving the price up.
Okay, so these are just a couple months apart. They're saying two different things. The CEO is saying, "Oh, yeah, there's no interest at all," and he's saying, "Yeah, people are talking about it." So which one is it, guys? Which one is it?
Can you speak to BlackRock's eventual plans? What would you be recommending him? You're not as old as Mellon. You got a lot more money, but that's one of the oldest banks around. They saw fit to make a comment. What do you think will happen down the road?
So, I mean, I'm not in a position to make recommendation on that. So, listen, I think some people holding it as a storehouse of value and diversifying your portfolio. Listen, the one thing I've owned, and I think someone said on one of the show I was on with you guys recently, we're holding a lot more cash than we've held historically. It's because duration doesn't work, interest rates don't work as a hedge, and so diversifying into other assets makes some sense. And so, holding some portion of what you hold in cash and things like crypto is, seems to make some sense to me. But I wouldn't espouse a certain allocation or target holding.
Okay, so they're just gonna dance around it, Warriors. We know they're into cryptocurrency. We know. Okay, here we go. BlackRock planning to offer Bitcoin trading report. Okay, this is February 9th, 2022. Larry Fink back here. It's a great asset class. I'm bullish on it, but our clients aren't talking about it. Then we got Rick Reeder from BlackRock saying, yeah, people are talking about it. Which one is it, guys? But you own MicroStrategies, 7.3. And I think another YouTuber said it was 16%. But here's facts, figures, numbers, logic, 7.3%, which we know MicroStrategies owns a massive amount of Bitcoin. BlackRock planning to offer Bitcoin trading report. This is during all the war narrative, right? Remember, they make moves, right? Then you see the next move happen, right? Now we have the war narrative happening. So on February 9th, you don't think they know about this stuff, Warriors, at these things? This is all planned out step by step. Okay, so let's step into why I'm telling you why you need to follow this company. Okay, look at the increase in total assets. Now, what I want to show you something. This is how my brain works. I say this all the time. My brain reverse engineers everything. I look at this company and I say, well, how the hell did they get so massive? Okay, so Q3 2021, 9.4, is this trillion dollars? Holy shit, 9.4 trillion dollars under asset management. Okay, so what I want you to notice, let's look back to this number. Let me blow this up for you guys a little bit. You got my ugly mug on here. There we go. Okay, so if you look back at 2008, 1.3 trillion in assets. Key, 2008. I'm going to show you why BlackRock is going to move the whole global market. If you watched the video yesterday, this is what gives this video a little bit of validity and how powerful they are. Okay, so you see the increase from 2008 to Q3 2021. Let's take a look at this, Warriors. Look at this. So Schwab, Vanguard, BlackRock, look at the massive increase since 2008 to 2017. What do you see here, Warriors? Schwab, Vanguard, BlackRock, some of the biggest companies, okay? But why are they outpacing their peers? Ask yourself that. Why did they increase from 2008? Okay. Where did I lose that little sheet there? Oh, here we go. From 2008 up to Q3 2021. And why are they outpacing their peers so dramatically? Look at the difference between Schwab and BlackRock, even Vanguard, right? Vanguard went up quite a bit, but I'm going to show you, Warriors. But before I show you, get ready. Look at how massive they are. Look at some of these countries. This is their wealth. Okay, this is their, I think this would be GDP. Sorry, my apologies. This would be, yeah, all of the world's wealth in one visualization. So this would be like the world's wealth, right? So if you take out China, United States, and Japan, look at the other ones. They're almost up to India. India is 12.6 trillion. They're bigger than Korea. They're bigger than Taiwan. They're almost as big as Italy. They're over Spain. United Kingdom, they're halfway to, over halfway to United Kingdom, almost halfway to Germany. One company has more than most countries in the world. Think about that for just a moment. Every move they make, like this Bitcoin move right here, is massive, Warriors, because it's so crazy how powerful they are. But the question we have to ask ourselves, I'm just some dude doing research. You don't have to believe me, but why did they go so heavily from 2008? Do you remember what that was, Warriors? There was a massive financial collapse in 2008. What was it? The housing market. Well, who did they bring in to help in the housing market? The feds asked for BlackRock's help in the echo of 2008. BlackRock will advise the Federal Reserve on the purchase of billions of dollars of bonds and security. The term of the agreement were not disclosed. The Federal Reserve has turned again to BlackRock. Before they had used BlackRock. The nation's central bank said it tapped BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager, to help oversee the Fed's efforts to stabilize the bond market amid the economic turmoil caused by the C-word pandemic. They did it in 2008 in the housing crisis, and look how powerful they became, Warriors. And guess what? They turned to BlackRock again during the C-word. You don't think they're all connected behind the scenes? This was them in 2008. Look how massive they become when they connected with the Federal Reserve, and the feds turned to them again in 2008. And this is what happened. They literally are controlling the economy. Here's the BlackRock letter right here. This is December 3rd, 2020. Just putting it out there. The Federal Reserve throws out a letter. This is in response to your request for determination that your client BlackRock and its subsidiary affiliates may acquire up to 25% of any class of voting securities of a bank holding company, bank savings and loan company, or savings association. Literally, Warriors, think about this. Whoever controls the money, controls the information, controls the people. I'm showing you facts, figures, numbers, logic. Let's just take a peek back at this, Warriors. Okay, let's first see what BlackRock is doing. BlackRock plans to offer Bitcoin trading. Back here, Larry Fink, a year earlier, saying, yeah, our clients aren't even talking about it. Well, then why the hell would you offer Bitcoin trading services? Because you just like to throw money out the window? No, because you know where the market's going. And why did you grow from 1.3 trillion in assets to Q3 2021, 9.46 trillion in assets? Because in 2008, the feds asked you to bail them out. And in 2020, the feds asked you to bail them out. And now you are the most powerful company in the world. Warriors, this is the greatest time in human history. You have access to information that people in the 1929 literally had to wait for the paperboy to run down the road. Think about that. Hear ye, banks are collapsing. Telephone game. By the time it got to them, there was lines outside the bank, and now you have this computer right in front of you, and it's a tool, Warriors. It is not nefarious. It is not messing up your life. Social media is not messing up your life. It's how you use that tool, Warriors. I can use this phone. I can use this computer to watch pornography, or I can use this phone and computer to study 8 to 9 hours a day to see exactly what BlackRock's doing, so I can invest my money into the future, so I can change the narrative by becoming one of the wealthiest people in the world, because I am already a creator. These fingerprint and DNA is different than every single human being in the world. I have access. Somebody is a billionaire right now. That means that vibrational energy exists. And if I can get my frequency to that level, I can grab that money and I can bring it back to the people. Or I can go spend money on cocaine, strippers, Or I can buy land and I can help people and build schools. Money is a tool. It is the user of the tool that makes it that way. You're already rich. You're already wealthy. You have just accepted poverty. It doesn't matter what the markets do. It matters what you do on a daily basis, because you are a vibrational frequency. And if you are poor, you are matching that frequency. If you're rich, you're matching that frequency. The difference is when you get the money, can you hold that frequency for a long enough period of time to maintain it and make it your new reality? My name is Coach JB. I am the top health, mindset, and crypto coach in the world. Warriors, get your shit together. Let's go. I'm back. It didn't end my show, so hi guys. It's not ending my broadcast.